Every evening just before sunset, an old man would set up a small table and two chairs in his front yard. He'd lay out a tea set, carefully placing a cup in front of each chair. Then he would sit quietly, watching the sun dip below the horizon. One evening, a neighbor walking by stopped and asked, "Who are you waiting for, sir?" The old man smiled softly and said, "I'm waiting for my wife to come home." Every evening, without fail, he would do the same thing. Even as the weather grew colder and the wind harsher, the two chairs remained, and the tea stayed warm. Curious, the neighbor asked him again, "How long have you been waiting?" The old man's gaze drifted to the empty chair as he replied, "It's been 5 years. She used to love watching the sunset with me. Every evening, we'd sit here, sip our tea, and talk about everything. It was our little tradition." Seasons passed, and the old man's ritual never changed. One evening, as the sky turned gray and a light drizzle began, the neighbor saw him sitting there, tears streaming down his face, still looking at that empty chair. The neighbor approached gently and said, "Sir, where is your wife?" With a voice barely above a whisper, the old man said, "She passed away 5 years ago. One evening, she went out to get some groceries and she never came back. It was a car accident. I never got to say goodbye. But every evening I set up her chair, make her tea and wait, hoping that maybe, somehow, she'll join me again. I know it's impossible, but it makes me feel like she's still here, watching the sunset with me, just like we always did."